Hey guys, everybody's been having trouble doing the MyMathLab graphing, so I figured I would make a video on how to graph using MyMathLab. So right now I am in student view on Canvas, so it should look exactly how you see it. So you're going to go to Graphing and Solving Exponentials MyMathLab if you haven't already, which most of you have, and it does say you need a file upload, but I'm going to change that. I don't need that. So I'm going to go to the MyMathLab. Sometimes it gives you this, sometimes it doesn't. So just click accept and then the exponentials and graphing. So I know that, let's see, later on in the graphing it. So these are just multiple choice. Hopefully you got those. And this is where it gets a little complicated. So right now, like I showed you guys in class, it's not easy to read. So what you want to do, no matter what browser you're using, usually there is a little menu here that you can zoom out. And when you do that, it automatically shows you more of the page than you would normally see. So we're looking at the function 2 to the x plus 2. All the base of 2 tells me is that it's a growth function. It's not a stretch or a compression. It just tells me this is the exponential growth function. The x plus 2 is our inside lying and shifting to the left 2 units. So when I go to graph, again, it's still a little bit difficult to see. I don't know why before mine was working well and then it stopped working well. And then I just made it worse. Let's try a new one. So if we click to enlarge, okay, so a little bit better. So it works best, I think, if you zoom out a lot and then click the graph. But when I zoomed out with the graph already on the page, it made it even worse. So this one says 3 to the x power plus 4, meaning that it's an exponential growth function and that my asymptote and the graph are going to be shifted up 4 units. So the first thing that I want to do is graph the asymptote that's going to be shifted up 4 units. So you're going to take the line tool, make sure that it's dotted because it's an asymptote and not an actual part of the graph. Go up to 4 and you can click any 2 points as long as it makes a horizontal line at 4. So I have a dotted line graphed at x equals or y equals 4. Okay. Now when I click the exponential tool, notice that I'm still on the dotted line. So I need to make this a solid line. I have the exponential curve button clicked and I click anywhere on the screen. It doesn't matter. No matter where you click on that graph, it's going to put it in the same place. It shows the parent function. From the parent function, we have to shift up 4 units because that's what the function tells us. So it says vertical stretch, nothing. Horizontal stretch, nothing. Vertical shift, yes. Vertical shift up 4 units. You type in 4 there. Horizontal shift, nothing. Base, 3, which that does the base of 3 for you. No reflections. And if you click enter, it graphs the entire function for you. You really don't have to do much. So this is not an accurate quiz review really for us to do for our quiz, because on the quiz you're obviously going to need to know how to graph all the points. So make sure that you're able to do that. But at that point, I get a good job. What's the equation of the asymptote? Y equals 4. It already gives you y equals, so 4. What's the domain? The domain of all exponential functions is from negative infinity, use the infinity button, comma infinity, both with parentheses, no spaces needed. So a lot of times on your test, I see you guys just put infinity, comma infinity, and that's more just repeating information that you've seen, but you don't understand. Negative infinity to infinity means every number, all the negatives, all the positives. Then the range is going to be that our lowest point is 4 and that it goes on forever, but a parenthesis on 4 and not a bracket because we're never actually going to touch 4. And I think, yep, that's all it asks you to do. So I can do another one real quick. This one shifted to the left 3 units and up 1. So my asymptote's going to be at 1 with a dotted line. I'm going to use the exponentials tool, but with a straight line or a solid line. Click anywhere, no vertical stretch, no vertical shrink, vertical shift up 1, and shift horizontal left 3. So we're going to put -3. We know that the inside lies, but you need to tell them to shift it negative to the left. And when you press enter, it does it perfect with a base of 3, and that's all you need to do. Save. Okay? I know that this is frustrating, but MyMathLab makes you give very precise answers for a reason because they're the right way. So when I'm grading things and you make little errors on how to write things, I might let it go. But MyMathLab is really teaching you the correct way to do it. So as frustrating as it is, it's refining your skills. If you have any other questions, please email me because I also won't be in school tomorrow. But at least I can make a video if there's something that I can help you with until then. See you later.